In fact, more than 5 really in the current year. And the rate is going down slightly, so thought that'd probably be all right. Life insurance left it the same. Workman's comp, I left it the same. Unemployment, same. Got probably 2,000-3,000 extra there. Miscellaneous, I left it the same. So overall, I think we got a little cushion there in the employee benefits. You could probably have your life or your health insurance go up 10%, and the others are up high enough that we'd still total employee benefits be all right, I think. Okay, other recycling, I just left that at the 72,000. That's,
If we're not doing anything with recycling, with an exception of just a little bit of cardboard, does that matter?
Should-
Kind of in limbo on it, so.
So-
should we bring it down
Can
some?
we cut it down, maybe?
We can always raise it back next year, because I don't see anything, I
Yeah.
don't see us getting anywhere
You only
this year.
spent about 17,000 last year. You know, we could probably cut that back to 20,000, you'd still be all right.
2022, cut
Okay.
50,000, go 22, then
Okay,
what do you think?
Probably about 20.
22,
You know,
22, you say?
Yeah, if we go to 22, that'll save 50,000.
yeah, okay,
I mean, because I'm sitting here trying to figure ways to cut mills, and
yeah.
I've got a few ways, and that means I have to do less. Trying.
Okay, repayment of fees received. Do we need to increase that? Let's see, we've almost 49,000 last year.
What is that? What did you do?
I don't know if it's,
I don't
is
even
it
know
some
what
of
it
the
is.
payment of the fees that we received onto the state or something?
Yes, I don't know whether that's a treasurer's thing.
That's my thought. It's,
So you left that the same, but
Yeah,
in
but-
2021, we spent a lot more money
a
than
lot
that.
more money, yeah.
I guess in order to answer that question correctly, we need to know what we're talking about, because our recycling is taking some changes.
Yeah,
So we may have to get back to you on that one.
okay.
What do you think, Willie?
That's,
Because
maybe talk with Dawn and maybe see she knows what it is.
Scooter, can you check on that? Okay.
Okay, other, I just left it the same.
So would other be like truck maintenance and stuff like that, or?
I suppose it's something they couldn't find.
Baler maintenance, stuff like
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
No, the Baylor maintenance comes under Sunoco anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, that repayment of fees, when I look back in 2020, it was only $4,600. So it jumped way up for some reason.
Yeah,
Oh, I'll bet it was some payments due to the state.
Yeah,
And
we're-
remember, your treasurer got way behind on paying
Yeah,
their state
yeah.
stuff.
and if that's a yearly, I mean, now that we're caught up, maybe that is a yearly.
Yeah, I was gonna say, now that we're caught up,
We're probably okay.
17's probably all right. Probably, if anything, a little high. And then the Northwest Regional Recycling, we didn't have anything last year, so I didn't put anything in.
Right.
Yeah, well, that's gone anyway,
Okay.
so we could
And
probably get rid
then-
of that.
At RCND, I did the same on that, 500. And then the RAWs, should that be coming down any?
Isn't it that,
Isn't that the repayment for the students that are
yeah,
out of
and
town?
see, all we do is just approve for
We
businesses.
still have one that's on there.
We
though.
still have one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
Does it need to be $7,422 or?
I was gonna say it was about 5,420 and I see 1,521.
That's come out of
Huh?
there. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Oh, it was $5,400 back in 2020. And then a year ago, it was $1,500. That's the reason I'm wondering if it's a little high. Maybe you drop it back to 5.
I would think so, I don't think.
Yeah. You're dropping it back to 5 is what you said?
Unless you want to drop it more.
It might have been just somewhere where we put some money,
Use 5 then?
yeah.
Okay.
And Don does not know what that repayment of fees received is.
Receive.
That's not the share to the cities, is it,
For one,
for recycling?
that'd be, that's all recycling.
Okay, Health Department, I left that at 11,000 plus 1,200 for the health officer and 2,500 for autopsy. Same as last year. I think a lot of these I left just the same on this page. Bird City Senior, 3,400. St. Francis Senior Care, 8,000. Northwest Kansas Council on Aging, 5,500.
On that airport grant match, don't they have something coming up that we need to kind of be ready for?
I know.
Okay.
That's actually,
Thought we
that's
were-
really not, that's what they run off of through the year.
Okay, and I know that
That's,
we've got a
they've
surplus.
got other money that they use for
Okay.
career match. Yeah, airport personnel services, since we have Mike doing that.
Yeah.
You still need that? or-
I wouldn't think so.
So that 35,000, take it out then.
If they're good with it. You put that in there in case you had to hire somebody to remove snow and all that?
And we've got Hanny doing that.
We better leave some of it in there.
Maybe 15,000, that way if we have to hire somebody to do something, what do you think?
Well, it's gonna come up, we're gonna be mowing up there. It's a matter of time.
What do you think?
But isn't there a place where we pay it out of? That's where it comes out of, isn't it? Do we pay
That-
Robert?
I was
I
thinking.
think
that-
that's in that 22.5 is what that came. Cause that,
The grant
that
match.
actually is not a grant match, it's what the board uses for operation.
So at
And
airport,
they pay him out of that.
okay, so that ought to be airport operations then, instead of grant match.
Right.
Okay.
They get more than that, don't they?
What's that?
The airport gets more than that.
No, cause I talked to Richard, right after they quit. And he come up and explained that to what the money was used for and stuff.
Why don't they have a capital reserve?
What they're using right now for grant match is the old oil and gas fund that the state used to. It's just, the county just puts in so much money for them to match their grants. Right now, it's not budgeted. But that's all they're running off of is 22,500.
About all of theirs is like a 90-10 match, isn't it?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but that doesn't come out of that 22.5.
It don't come out of the 22.5.
So we want to leave the personal services part of that at 35,000 just in case for mowing and snow.
I would think if we could leave 15, that'd probably be enough, wouldn't it? Your thoughts? 15.
For mowing?
Yeah, if we need something. I don't think we're gonna need 35,000.
Yeah, we don't need that much, I don't think.
20?
20 or 15 would be fine.
I say 20,
Because isn't Grace is still mowing some of it, right?
as far as I know, right? Because it was only the snow removal.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right, so if we put that down to 20,000, that takes
Okay.
15,000
Yeah,
off. Keeping a tally here.
okay. Juvenile justice, left it the same at 2,000. I think that's one that we don't use some years, and some years it's gonna catch us at 10,000, you know. Okay, environmental protection. I left it at 5.
Mm-hmm.
Fair at 25,000. Historical 4780. Mental health 6360. Mental
They're the
retardation.
ones that wanted us to go up, aren't they? Mental health, High Plains wanted us to go up, but. Yeah. Conservation.
High Plains, what'd you?
Didn't they want us,
Talking about?
they.
Yeah,
well,
they're wanting to be fully funded and to have an office here. The hospital cannot fund them next year. They
Right,
don't have a grant, so their request was $17,304.
And that'll put an
Which the
office there.
county used to fund, and then 6 years ago, 5 years ago, whatever it was cut.
Personally, in the profession that I'm in, with mental health and such, personally, I think it would be beneficial to have an office here because there are so many that are in need, and because of their financial ability, they are not able to travel to, get the counseling that they need. And so if it was more available, I think that would be very helpful to the community.
prevent stuff is what you're saying?
The only question is, and I just drew a blank as to if, High Plains is doing like face-to-face counseling, or if they're still going to ITV, or
I think they're face-to-face.
are they?
I believe so.
So that would raise it $10,944. If we did what they wanted on that. You said 17,304, right?
Yeah, 17,304. Or 17,300.
What are your thoughts? I'm wanting to cut a lot of stuff, but if she says
Well,
it may
yeah, I
save, it
don't
may
think
save a
that's the
life or
place to
something.
cut it.
Right.
No, I mean, there's such a crisis with mental health in the state of
Yeah.
Kansas as it is right now.
Everywhere.
And so any little help that can be given to provide those services is much appreciated.
I have to agree with her. I don't think that's the place to cut anything.
Well, I'm fine with that then. Roger, what do you think?
That's fine.
Okay, so we'll kick that one up to 17,304. I'll have to take that off of here.
Okay. Mental retardation. They have any request?
I think it's just the same.
Okay.
I don't have a sheet.
Just leave that the same then?
Yeah.
Conservation District, left it the same at 25,000.
Is that where she wanted to be? 'Cause she- Okay, okay.
And I think that's the maximum match from the state.
Okay.
It was a year ago anyway. Child advocacy, left it the same, 4,000.
They asked for 5,000.
Want to leave it the same or go up?
I think we leave it there.
Okay. Domestic and sexual violence, 1,500 again. Northwest Kansas Planning, 3,000 again. Economic Development, 3,200 again,
32,000,
or
right?
32,000, yeah. Land and Sky Scenic Byway. Do we need that?
I think we leave it just where it's at.
Leave it 20,
Yeah,
okay.
because, yeah, you guys, you'd have to do a, I think that was by resolution, wasn't it, that you're?
Okay. Okay, then we got, for reserves, we got 30,000 for the airport. And then the 520,000, that's that cushion that I was talking about. And then on top of that, see, matching funds for public transportation, 47,840 is what they had requested. I see they were like 43,000. And they do get some grant money that I do not have in there.
Can we, on that reserve, can we knock that down a little bit to save? Because we're gonna have
Yeah.
like the tech fund for the, well, she didn't go up. Oh, where did I lose my notes?
Right now, we're at 89.944 mils. Is what we've cut on the general fund.
Where's my notes at?
So we're 1.7 mils above last year.
Well, some of the things we came up on, we're gonna be able to bill out on our EMS stuff more, and we're gonna be getting more transfers too, right? So,
Hopefully,
yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna gamble a lot, but I would say I'd come down a little bit. What do you think?
On what now?
On the reserve. You said we're at what, 90?
We're at 89.944. What are you trying to get down to? Same mill rate as last year?
Well, lower.
Lower.
In a perfect world, but I don't wanna cut our throats because
Last
we
year,
don't know what's gonna happen.
you
either.
were down about
I'm
2.5.
scared about the health insurance, the
Another thing too with this is
fuel and,
Okay.
land prices, evaluation.
All right.
Because your valuations could tank one of these days.
That's what I'm
Especially
scared.
residential, because that's what's carried you this year. Farm dropped, but residential went up on valuations.
farm's going the other way now.
It went down this year.
Are you doing much in oil?
I don't think a whole lot. No.
I was gonna say, I've seen some of the counties that,
The biggest two were farm went down, but, s- town went up.
yeah. Yes, and some of them that I've got have enough oil that they've actually got some
Can't remember
increases,
what
and
our-
that's gonna come down one of these days again.
Yeah, I don't think we went up much on oil this year, so.
There's just not much drilling going on.
Yeah. Well, and the price is probably the bigger factor. Because they use production times, prior year production times, a price. You want to look at Road and Bridge?
Yeah, it's the one that scares me.
Yeah, our gas tax keeps going up a little bit. So that helped us out a little bit, but, one thing about it is we've got, with these transfers for, 2021, we would have had at the end of the year, 338,000 in equipment reserve, and in our special road improvements, $1,835,000. So we've got over 1 year's of expenditures just in that special road improvement. And that special road improvement, we can use that for anything in the road and bridge. So you do have good reserves.
Good.
And we're actually, well, yeah, mill rate, I guess, is about the same. 19.3 2 years ago, or a year ago, 19.3 for this year, and we're 19.7 based on this, so.
What's a watercraft vehicle tax?
Boats.
So,
I don't know why they
so we
separated.
had 4,800 and 21 and 0 and 22. Are
Yeah,
any boats in there?
Mine never
Don't have
runs,
any
so.
water, Roger.
22 is current year, so they might not have sent that tax to us.
yeah, that's, you know, they have to give us an estimate, and that's, but yeah, that seems pretty good amount of tax for watercraft. Because it's usually pretty nominal. Road and bridge look all right then?
And how much is this surplus we have, you said? Is it almost $1 million?
Oh, no, between the equipment, we're at 338,000 if you haven't spent any since first of the year. 338 in equipment and $1,835,000 in the reserve. So.
It seemed like if we were gonna trim it down a little bit, we could trim a little bit out of there, couldn't we?
I don't think it's gonna be there.
I don't think,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
We haven't paid for these.
Fuel
Graders?
prices and all.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Graders,
your
excavators, getting stuff.
fuel prices, that's the department's really gonna
Oh, but
hit.
we're gonna be going green here in another 10 years.
We running electric graders, won't we?
Ay, ay, ay.
Well, I think when he presented it, he had it cut a little bit, but you guys put it back up.
Yeah, he had it cut down. No, actually, when he presented it, it was 1,779,305. And I think we went, well, maybe we didn't. I think we went with whatever, wait.
I was gonna say, we're up just a little over last
Yeah.
year, not much at all.
11,850.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we did go up 40,000 on the fuel prices, I mean, due to the increase in fuel prices, which is a kind of a cushion there.
Leave it.
I feel-
I think we just leave it.
I suppose.
I understand what you're wanting to do, Brett, but I'm worried about things going up big time.
I know you're
We've got
right.
inflation going on,
I know.
and that's why they're trying to curb it.
Yeah.
Your feds are trying to curb inflation with raising interest rates. With fuel and just everything, repairs, holy cow,
Parts,
parts, supplies.
Do you want me to trim that cushion to get us back to a certain point?
I think we're a little gun shy with inflation and everything. I hate to
You know,
say-
you're coming in between the previous 2 years as far as the mill rate,
Well,
so,
I think we just leave it where it's at.
okay. That,
Didn't Brett, most of those, wasn't, the increase was basically wages?
a lot of it was wages and the
I mean, most of
diesel
them went
prices going
the
up.
rest of it was 3 to 5%.
3 to 5%
Yeah.
wage increase.
Pretty much. He's right at 3 to 4%.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's not like we've raised a lot of stuff other than wages.
yeah.
when's your end of July meeting?
29.
You want to have the hearing then? Okay.
Can you do that without us?
I'm gonna do a little homework on some stuff. So, I got some ideas. So,
Okay, what about the fire district? Is that all right?
Is that, are we all under one fire district?
Except for 3 over there, a
Oh, is that
little section there.
that Rollins County takes care of?
Yeah, the rest of the county is just in one.
And would you say that, what we do on that?
We went to 3.7 mils. We went up about 9/10 of a mil. But their budget's only up $3,000. It's running out of carryover money. And so,
Well, you ask him about equipment, he never says we need any. Does he?
We're gonna have to one of these days.
That's what I'm thinking.
Quick attack
Somehow we've
troops.
gotta
We're
end
gonna
up
have to replace.
capital outlay money or something.
Yeah, he's got capital outlay.
Yeah, he's got, at the end of the year, 400 and some thousand in capital outlay, so. But fire equipment, that can go fast.
Yep.
Okay. I'll get her finished up for you. Send her out.
And I know we're over the revenue neutral rate, but everybody is. And municipal services predicted everybody in the state would be going over.
You gotta remember that revenue neutral rate is a hard, flat freeze. The old tax lid we used to be able to have a consumer price index inflator, increases in valuation, different, some things were exempt. This one we got now
This
is a
is
flat.
designed so you have to have a hearing.
Yeah, it's just forcing everybody to go above.
And caused me a bunch of work.
Yes, particularly this year.
Because I've got to send out notices to every taxpayer.
Yep. Did your software people pretty well take care of that for
I've
you?
got it figured out. I've hired contracted with a company to just do the mailings. I just send them the information and they'll.
I noticed that originally the state said, we're gonna pay for the cost. Now it's, we'll pay for the mailing.
Pay for the what?
They were gonna pay for the cost for the first, what was it, 2 years?
2 years, yeah.
Yeah, they were gonna pay the cost of all the additional work for these mailings, or to produce them and mail them. And then they changed it, the law this year changed it to, they're covering the mailings, not the software cost and all the additional labor and stuff, so.
Between election laws and budget laws, it's getting expensive. And I'll let them know about it.
Here's the next one.
Well, thank you for coming over. Do you have anything else, Scott?
You'll send me the notice to put in the paper?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought so.
On the fire district, is that a separate board? Or are these guys actors? Okay. Because we'll need I'll work up
Do one for that.
we'll need a resolution.
Last year, that's what we went over, just to buy us some time last year, so.
Yeah. So, we'll need a resolution, and we can have hearings and stuff at the same time. Okay, thanks.
Thank you. All right, let me talk to you right quick.
I got a hold of Nate at Next Tech about the shorter term. The 36-month will raise it to between 24 and 2,600. He didn't have an exact number, but pretty
From
big.
1550?
Yeah, pretty big raise. So,
So we're better off with the 6 months.
yeah,
60.
and I asked him about the ETF. He says just like any phone contract, if you cancel early, you just pay out the end of the contract. So there are fees on that. Not really a fee. You end up paying out what you got left.
So that means we want to rescind
But you're
that.
still
and-
paying the full contract.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's no
We
extra
wanna
fees on
rescind the
it.
last one and
But
make
you're
I
it
gonna
think you want to
pay.
rescind that motion and do the 60 month.
Yeah. I think that's the smartest move.
Make a motion, we rescind the 30 to 36 month attempted agreement with Nextac.
I move we,
Follow through.
second,
Okay, it's first and second to rescind be a contract.
you
Contract
were here
with
to wait
Next
right
Tech.
there.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, now,
I move that we go with the 60-month contract with Nextech,
For $15.50 a month.
1550 a month.
you
I
second.
second it.
The first and second to go with the 60
60.
60 months.
Would you initial one of those that I gave you?
This one,
Yeah,
Feels like it's
that's
5
fine.
o'clock in the afternoon.
we're at.
I would have to say point of order.
That one right there.
Motion's on the floor.
I'll get you a
I got
copy
my
of it.
wheels really turning.
Thanks, Willie.
Things to figure out.
Thanks, guys. Have a good weekend. Try to
Anything
stay
else?
cool, I guess. Doesn't sound very
Yeah,
good.
I think
I
that's
wish
it.
my air conditioner, my pickup worked.
They don't make
Roll it
any
down.
Yeah,
difference.
455.
There you go.
That watercraft tax,
More like 480, but
road and bridge in 2021 got $4,800. They're not gonna get any in 22 and 23.
Well, not,
Noxious weed got,
But that's not
That's-
figured in, that's
it's
figured
not-
in November.
they figure that amount in later.
On the
and then pay it.
November abstract is when that's figured. They give me the numbers. That's why that's not in there right now.
all right. I see.
Okay, do we have anything else?
But,
Oh, we're still in that, never mind.
okay, but in noxious weed, in 2021, they didn't get any. Water hospital, they didn't get any. The home for the aged didn't get any.
I don't know how they divide that
I don't
out.
But all of it went, and now there isn't gonna, well, you said somebody's gonna,
I don't know how that's distributed. I really don't know.
well, it looks like that Road and Bridge gets it all.
It might too, I don't know.
Could be. I don't know. I don't know how they divide that up.
And some of that I think goes back to that board.
I know, Brett, we need to try to do things, but I don't
I'm
know
gonna-
what we're gonna do.
I've got an idea, and I'll see, I'll have to get some estimates on some stuff, so,
But we're gonna publish,
yeah.
right?
Well, I think we have the next,
Next meeting will be the hearing.
you see who that's from?
Yeah, just ignore.
Well, I know, it's spooky.
Well, there's stuff happening.
I don't know. Anything else? I make a motion that we adjourn then?
Second.
Been motion to, first and second to adjourn, all in favor?
Aye. Leslie, you had that deal pulled up, I wanted to show Roger, and I don't know where it went.
It was in the comments on the
Hey.
second